So hello, hello. I'm here with ViKingPrime, sometimes known as Patrick, and we have the puzzle "Buy Something, Will Ya?" And Patrick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous, Justin. How are you?
I'm I'm okay. I'm a little nervous about this puzzle. I'm not gonna lie, but
You
we'll.
say that about every puzzle, though, so I don't know if people can judge the difficulty
Well,
like
I,
that.
I I actually just yesterday, I tried a puzzle and could not do it. So they went in the recording dump. So you only I say that about every puzzle that you see, and so
Uh,
it seems like I'm not. It's unjustified, but sometimes it doesn't work.
yeah, I was gonna say by your video catalog, you have a 100% success
Yeah,
rate, so
very biased. Yeah, so
good
the
cruise.
non statisticians out there, very deceived by the bias in my in my
Exactly.
placements. But yes, 100% success rate. Hopefully, we'll keep that up today. So I don't even know how to get into the rules of this puzzle because there are a lot. And I think for the most part, I feel like if you watch my channel, you probably are pretty deep into variant Sudoku, so I don't need to necessarily explain what like a Renban is. Um,
Right.
but
And
probably,
you're not even gonna see some of the stuff on the screen anyways. Why don't I kind of have a bit of a spiel,
oh
which
yeah,
I can go
please.
through
That would be
the
awesome.
puzzle, about the origin of it and specifically how you want to approach it.
Okay.
But buy something, will ya, is that famous line from, the old Zelda games. You walk
Mhm.
into the shop and you're presented with three items to choose from, and you're going to spend rupees on those. I don't know, for all you gamers in the world out there, like that'll be very familiar to you. But that's the conceit of the puzzle. You are in an item shop. Now, what you're going to do is you have 10 quote unquote dollars to spend, which you're going to place into the three green boxes. Now, that means that these three green boxes are going to add up to 10. So some combination of digits is going to alter puzzle. So if you want to go ahead and type in any random three digits into those green boxes,
I'll go in order.
right? Now you're going to choose, okay, what am I going to buy, right? Now you can actually reverse these in order. So if you want to swap out
The
the
two and the
placement
zero,
of those
maybe.
different numbers, yeah. So the key to the puzzle is to figure out what are you buying, what order are they placed in, and then solve solve a puzzle from there once you've created your grid. Now, the things to look out for with this is that it is a Schrödinger cell puzzle, so there's 0 to 10. So every box, every row, every column, you're going to have two digits bundled up into one cell together. Not in the green boxes; those are just free digits. There will be no S
Guaranteed.
cells in those three boxes, but
That's good.
otherwise 10 digits. Different rule sets are they're all going to be very familiar. Like I think most people who would probably be watching your channel know what a Kropki dot is, probably know what an odd even cell is or an arrow. Um, some of these clues may be relevant or some of them might not be, right? It might be that you've decided that you're not going to use the items that include those rule sets. Um, and so they might not appear after that, right?
Hmm.
And then it's almost like a scavenger hunt is how I've described it to some people. You have little mini puzzles. You have to decide, for a particular item or a combination of items, why do they work? Why don't they work? And that's going to narrow it down to one unique layout and one unique solution.
Cool.
And they're all very classic Zelda items. If you want to scroll through all the different numbers just to showcase this, I was very proud of like the Sudoku art that I created here. Just
I was going to ask about the technical nature of this. 'Cause I think maybe you said Chameleon helped you with this, but like,
yeah,
what is
so if
the
anybody
how
doesn't
does that
know,
work?
Chameleon is a popular setter, solver, a member of the Sudoku, sort of our niche community. But he has a website called puzzle.tv. And if there's any puzzle that you want to make um, that doesn't quite fit the standard 9 by 9 grid of a Sudoku, I mean, his offer was always just reach out to him, and if he can manage to do something for you, he would. I messaged him on Discord. Um, I was just like, "Here's my idea." Didn't hear much back, and then he came back. He's like, "Oh, here's your puzzle done." I was like, "Wow!" Like he's super generous with his time with all this. But yeah, he did all the programming, made this work. Very pleased with the outcome here.
But you drew. I mean, obviously, if you set the puzzle, you had to draw the kind of art here.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just playing around with what these items would be and how they might work and or not work.
I'm trying to see if I
Um,
can identify these just based on the picture and not look at the descriptions. Like some of these are fairly obvious. Like, well, not that one, but like this is an arrow, I guess, maybe a special
yeah,
arrow of some kind.
sure.
The candle.
Handle.
Um, hmm, don't know what that
Oh,
is.
you should know this one.
I should know this one. Is it the hook shot? Hook shot.
Buckshot. There we
Yes.
go. Yeah.
Okay. Sword, obviously. Uh, flute.
Correct.
Does it? So I'm like used to the ocarina. Was there a flute in an earlier
The
edition?
first one was blue.
The
Yeah.
first one was a
Yeah.
flute. Okay. Bow and arrow. Um, hmm. Let me come
Might be a
back.
tough one if you
Let me come
play the
back to. Let me
original.
come back to that. Bomb.
Yep.
Also bomb.
Yeah, Super Bomb.
Super
That
bomb.
was
Okay.
from A Link to the Past.
From a
I think
link.
that
I
was your.
actually have not played Link to the Past, so
Oh,
I don't
you
feel as
haven't
bad
played the
about.
best one.
That's
Oh
what
dear.
everyone says. I know.
Yeah.
Um, but I have played the original, so I should know what this is.
This
Uh,
is Raft.
Raft. Yes, I see it. I see it when you say it. I see it when you
Yeah.
say it. And then this is the only one I think I missed is
This was my best approximation of a compass, right? So you got the little
north,
circle.
south, east, west. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see
Yeah.
it.
One thing to note with that one, if you place it in different positions, like if you put a zero in the middle of the grid,
The
notice
Kropki
that there's
dots are different. Yeah, I was
yes,
noticing the edges there. And at first I thought, well, because I had already put zero in both places, and I noticed that the Kropki dot was kind of missing on either side. Um, yeah.
cool that he's able to do that though. I don't know how Chameleon is a miracle work.
Master of the craft.
Absolutely.
Um, and so one question I have in the rules, it seems like I have to use all 10 rupees. Like I couldn't have 0, 1, 2 according to the rules, right?
Correct.
Even though that would
You
cost
gotta
less
spend
than
your money.
10. So like no saving money. That's a rule. Okay.
No saving money, you're gonna spend it all.
Um, I mean, I've looked a little bit at, and so for secondly, the coloring is all aesthetic, right?
It's all you don't need it, yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
There's ways to remove it, but
Oh no, I did. That's fine. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something in the rules. Um,
just meant to look like a counter at the store.
yeah. No, no, I see it. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, like you're in the top-down perspective. You come up, the NPC, clerk is like right here until the item comes up and then it takes the place. I see
Yeah.
it. Um, so just looking at these boxes, I really don't see much. Like this four is kind of a little bit restrictive, but with Schrödinger cells, not really. Uh, and so the Schrödinger cells and Kropki dots here mean both cells would have to
Oh,
satisfy.
yes, this is an important thing I should point out as well. So, depending on the nature of the rule, Schrödinger cells will add both of their cell value digit values together. So you'll be looking at the total value of a cell. Some of the rules require both digits to act in accordance, right? So if you
Yeah,
have a Kropki dot, either way, either both digits are consecutive, like if you have 3 digits, they all three would have to be consecutive, or black dot, they would all have to be in a ratio of 1 to 2. So you could have a 4 next to a Schrödinger 2-8, and that would be valid.
right. But not
But you
next
couldn't have
to a 1, 5 or something. Oh, hold on, I did the math wrong. A three
can't have a
five.
3 next to a 1-5 because it's those two digits aren't in a ratio of 1 to 2 with 3.
Right.
Yeah,
And so I think that means this can't be Schrodinger because what
right.
what cell would have to? I mean, whatever is
What digits?
here, I need above
Three
and
other digits.
below, and that's not going to work
Yeah,
for two at a time. So I have one deduction so far. Feels good. But
that,
the reason
that's an
I
important one.
this is
Yeah,
an important one. Uh, I was looking through these. I just don't see what I can do here without looking at the items. And so
perfect.
my
That's
oops, I'm in
by
color
design.
mode. My hunch is that there are probably some items that just don't work for one reason or another. And I'm going to start low because if I can get rid of a low digit, that will also get rid of a high digit, which would be nice.
Yeah,
Um, so purples are Renbans,
purples are Renbans.
greens are German
Green is German
whispers.
Whisper.
So I said actually someone commented on my puzzle they'd never seen Fog of War before, and I just think like, how did you find my channel if you've never seen Fog of War? But I'm like, it's exciting that like Someone's back in because they saw, I think it was the cosmic balance puzzle. Uh,
Right, right.
and anyway, so I'm going to explain real quick. Renbans mean that I need all the digits consecutively in any
Mhm.
order. And then German whispers mean adjacent digits have to differ by at least five.
Correct.
And there's a lot going on in this cell. So, um,
Now, odd and even, by the way, as well, because you have
yes,
square
squares are
cells and
even.
circle cells. Circle cells being odd, square cells being even, and zero by definition being an even digit.
Yes,
Um,
so
if
actually
you
on
have
this Renban,
a
sorry, go ahead, Patrick.
well, I was just going to say, if you have a Schrödinger, it's those are one of those clues where they both have to obey the rules. So
Not the
if you have
sum,
an
yeah.
even square that's a Schrödinger, it's going to have two even digits.
Yeah, so if this is right, this has to be, the Schrodinger has to be in the middle because that's the only way to get this Renban to work with odds and evens. I have three evens here on the Renban.
Yeah,
I would need the two odds in between them. So if
makes complete
this
sense. Yeah,
if this works, that's got to be that.
right.
And then they both have to work. Oh, this looks like a contender for not working. They they both would need to be on this German whisper line with another digit, and they'd both be odd. So so
Well,
either.
German whisper is one
Uh-huh.
of those things that looks at the total value of a cell.
Oh, okay. German whispers
So if
total.
you have
Got it.
two odds there, let's say at a 7 and a 9.
Yeah,
For the
that'd be
sake of the
very
Renban, it
easy
would
to
be 7 and
satisfy.
9. For the sake of the German whisper, it would count as a value of 16. I know it's a little weird.
No,
You'll see why this.
that makes sense. I just forgot. I forgot which way that went. So I appreciate the correction. So then actually, this is now looking more like it could work. Although it actually can't be 7-9 because it has to go between the evens. So it would either be 3-5 or 5-7. Either way, it's got a 5 in it. And either way, it's
Right.
high. So this
Yeah.
digit would be, well, but it could be up to 12. So this would have to be 7 or less. But if it's 12, this would have a 7. So it's 6 or less. So I could have like 12, 6, 1. Oh, this would have to be odd too. So this would have to be 1, 3, 7, or 9.
Right.
Um, this would be
Now, I will
even.
say,
Yeah, go ahead.
uh, I'm not mean. Like my goal was not to vex people with this puzzle.
Okay.
Just to have little sort of mini projects at the start, right? So if something's not immediately disprovable, I would say
Just
find something that
move
is
on.
immediately disprovable.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. So I'm going too much look ahead here in this puzzle. So
Yeah, if you can get far enough, you should just say, okay, that's too far. Let's take a look at something else.
all right,
Yeah.
let's look at one.
Yeah.
Um, so my initial thought is this arrow is too long, but it's a Schrodinger puzzle. So this would have to be, even if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's already 10. And that can't be a 1.
Can't even be 0, 1 because you have a 1 in the column.
Yeah. So that's Schrodinger. Then so none of these are. So this is at least 14. And these are even, and it can't be 6 or 4. So these would have to be 2, 8. Is that too big now? 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too big. 3, 4, 5, 8 is 20 already. That's too big. So 1 doesn't work. Is that logic right? I think that's right.
I mean,
Did I
your
skip
conclusion is
something?
correct. I had trouble following your thought process there, like
Oh,
why
well, if you
certain
did, then I'm
options
sure
were
everyone else did. So
negated, but
let me try again.
yeah, yeah,
So this is the Schrodinger cell because
yes,
otherwise the arrow is too long.
right,
So this is a Schrodinger cell, which means none of these are. So these are just
right.
plain digits. Now, in these squares are even cells, and they cannot be 4 or 6 because they're in the middle of a German whisper, and there's no
Well,
Schrodinger
you have a 0.
business. Oh, I have 0.
You have
Oh
0.
my goodness. Yes, of course I have 0. Yeah. So what I said is garbage. But what I do know is that I can't have 8. So this would have to be 0, 2. And then these would have to be high-ish digits, like 5 plus.
Right.
5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so this could be at most then 13. And is that too small? This could be 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is
Already
14.
used the 4. You've already used the 4.
Ah, I already used the 4. Oh, I already used the 4
Yep.
too, so it's even worse. Yeah, it's even worse than that. 0, 2, 0, 2, 3, 5, 6, which is even bigger. Yeah, so that's too big. So yeah, I definitely did not do it right before. Thank you for stopping me. But that seems right. That that this is just now if
There are other options. Like you could consider 2 6, right? You would normally think, can I have a 6 on this arrow? But if you take a look at 2 6 as an
but
option,
I
that would
can't have
allow
six
you
on the. Oh, I can because of zero again. Yeah, sorry. I
0.
could.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Um, so 2 6. Why would this work better? This could have. Oh, because the two could have a high, could have, or
Here, wait.
the six could have low digits.
Yeah,
Oh no.
from its 200 digits. Weird, isn't
Um,
it? Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so how would this work? This would need 0 1. Okay. This would need. I'm just going to assume for a second this is the six. It doesn't really matter.
Sure.
So that would be 0 1. These would be from 7 8 9.
Mhm.
And now, what's the maximum this could be? This could be 14 now.
Well, if you had yeah, if you had 7 8 on either side, you could have 14. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this would become at minimum 0 3 4, which is 7 and 8 is 15, which is still too big.
Yeah.
Uh, so do I have to worry about
8's
0 6?
just gonna make it worse. I mean, you could try that, right?
And then if I have 0 6, the six, oh no, the six is 0 1. Yeah,
6 is
that's
0. Yeah.
immediately bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think if you were here, I definitely would have made some mistakes already. But I also am not sure I would have been. I think I would have spent a lot more time trying to satisfy myself that there was no other way. But the fact that you have confirmed it
It's
makes
the
me think,
0. It's
yeah,
it's it's always with any Schrödinger cell puzzle, it's always the 0 that completely warps
everything.
all logic,
Yeah.
right? Uh,
Although in What Lies Beyond the Fog, excellent puzzle by the way, and congratulations
well, thank
on
you.
cracking the cryptic feature on
Thank
that.
you.
I feel like I did a pretty good job with the zero. It was those circles that really messed with my head.
I
Uh,
saw a lot of people were kind of upset by the circle logic. They didn't like it, right?
oh,
There
I
was like,
loved it. I thought it was amazing. What didn't they
I
like
thought it
about
was
it?
the best part. I think it's the way the rules were framed, I think, because I think the way it was listed in the video, it said something like each circle digit,
Hmm.
um, where
Oh, and it could be two
their
digits.
interpretation of the rule was that, the logic was universal as opposed to like, well, this circle is invalidated. So if the rule said something like each circle counts how many appearances of that circle digit, something like that, there would be a way to frame that, I think, a little bit better for people. It's just, I think
Mhm.
the reading of the rules was a little awkward for some people. But yeah, but most people seem to get it. Most people seem to love it if you did get it.
Yeah,
And like I said, that was my favorite part of it.
yeah. No, I mean, it didn't when I revealed that area of the grid. I mean, I was immediately the six cage that kept going was the thing that made me laugh. But then that circle there, it took a minute to realize the implications and how crazy, how wild that particular thing was.
Yeah. Just the idea that somewhere you can't even see it, but somewhere there's a circle that has to be true. You have to account for it, right? And just to
Hmm.
use that kind of logic, I thought was fun.
Yeah, no, it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah. We
Let's
have
think
a
about
candle here.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's
What
think
about
about this
here?
puzzle. I don't know. So these are not Schrodinger cells for the same reason this one isn't.
Right.
This needs a Schrodinger cell to add to 32.
Right.
So these, actually, so none of these are. So I get a chain here. Two is taken, so this gets relatively high. But this could be Schrodinger. Could it be Schrodinger with a stat? I'm having a hard time.
Well, the each Kropki has to be, not only would both digits have to be in a ratio of 1 to 2 with the
Mhm.
other cell, then the other Kropki, both digits would have to be consecutive with that adjacent digit.
Right. So it took. I mean, I understood that, but it took you saying it for me to recognize that if this were Schrodinger, it would have to basically surround this, which would conflict with this.
Correct,
So
yeah. So if you that's a beautiful conclusion. If you have a chain of Crosby dots, you're not going to have a Schrodinger cell.
yeah. Oh, even like here? Oh yeah,
Even
same
there.
exact reason. Yes. Yep, like what I just said. Okay, good. But now can this be Schrodinger? I feel like it could. Like, could this be 2, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, but,
Two.
I mean, it
So
can't be
I will
2,
like
but something like that could work.
they seem innocuous. Those digits at the bottom that you're using to select the items are
Very well
a
chosen, I'm
very
sure.
important
Yeah.
part of the items. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm seeing this. Okay, so let's think, okay, how would this possibly work? This could just be 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. And like
Right.
I don't need any Schrödinger cells.
Right.
Is that the only way it works? Hold on. One doesn't work because there's two. Two can't be there. I'm ignoring Schrödinger possibilities for now. Zero doesn't work
Sure.
because I can't have two zeros. Um, 3, 6 works here, but then I'm going to run into a problem. Oh no, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 works, right? I'm probably going to run into a problem here. So if this is 8,
I
9,
mean, yeah. So the Kropkis have so many ways to be correct.
yeah, it's with
The
the
question
32.
is the 32 cage.
So maybe I should just think about what are the digits here? But there are a lot. I mean, it's not a one, but one could be stuffed into here. So there has to be. Okay, what do I need? I definitely need a nine, I think. Because 8 to 5, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 is only 30. Do I need an 8? Um,
Here's a good thing to consider
yeah.
is you're gonna have a few digits are that are hypothecated. That was my favorite word from that featured video. That are bespoke to the Kropki chain, right? So how low can you get that chain so that the two digits in box with the cage
Mhm.
don't conflict with its potential size?
But I mean, isn't the issue that this could go either way? I mean, so I know now this isn't 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 because the 9 has to go in
Sure.
here.
Yeah.
But like, um, hold on. Let me think about what you just said more carefully. So what, there's definitely a 9 in here.
Sure.
How low is the question? How low can I get this?
Yeah. What can those digits?
I mean, 3, 4, whoops. I mean, in like a very ignoring everything else sense,
Sure. Yeah.
like 3, 4, 5,
Count it out.
6, right?
Right. But then, yeah. But then you have an issue.
But then I have an issue with this, right? Oh, I see what you're saying. So then can I just, then obviously that doesn't work. That works.
Right.
And I couldn't keep going up, but I could reorient. So hold on, let's focus on this for a second. Does this work? This would be 98743, 24, and 7 is only 31. So that doesn't work. So this just doesn't work. And if I go higher, that breaks it. So the orientation has to go the other way. I think that's what you're trying to hint at, right? So the orientation goes the other way. So if I try something like this doesn't work because of the Kropki dot.
Right.
This
Now
could
now
work.
you're increasing
But yeah,
the
you're right. This is even worse. Yeah,
make
nine
the
eight
problem
five four
worse. Yeah.
three. Yeah, so this doesn't work. Okay. Was that colored before? I guess it doesn't matter because I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
So one
So
and
what have
two
we
are
eliminated
gone.
so far?
One and
One and
two
two
are
are gone.
gone. So that means 9 and 8 are gone as choices.
Although
Uh,
if you want to take a look at them, I'm just so
yeah.
proud of the,
Of
the
the art here.
artwork.
So I have a bomb here. This could very easily
Yeah.
work.
Right. You don't have to disprove the logic here. I don't think it's
Yeah.
possible to disprove any logic here. It's
Okay.
just,
It's just a nice
yeah,
little picture of a bomb.
it's a nice
Yeah.
little picture.
Yeah. No, yeah, it is a
And
nice
then
little
of course
picture.
the super bomb. If you hit 9, this is fun. You can disprove the logic here if you want to think this one through.
So this would have to be 0. That's the only way, because this is definitely 45, whatever's going on
Right.
here. So that's a 0.
You'd put a 0 there.
So we need a Renban here. Um, the one, I was going to say the one has to go here, but this could be 1, 2, 3, like that.
Right.
What's wrong with this? This would be a Schrödinger cell.
But you're focused on the fuse.
Is it this? But this seems like obviously fine. It's just a cage with 45, the sums to 45,
Yep.
right?
It's got a whole box of the Sudoku.
It's got a whole box of the Sudoku. Right, that's
How
why it
many
sums
digits?
to 45. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's a cage. It's a
Right?
cage.
Yeah.
It's a killer cage, so you can't repeat zero. Yeah, yeah,
Can't repeat zero. Yeah.
yeah. Got it. I have 11 digits where only 10 can go.
Right. Yeah.
Nice. I'm glad that one was disprovable. I don't know that I would have noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay, one and two are gone. Three. Well, hold on. So
Yeah.
now
You could
zero
take that
has to
three.
work. Zero has to work.
Zero has to work.
Because
Yep.
otherwise, I'm in three, four, five land, which is too big.
Your early contender for easily disproved item is actually one of your choices.
One of my choices. Three, seven. So it's
Well, you
zero
said
or three,
it's got to
seven, or
include a
four,
zero.
six.
Yeah.
So I need a zero, and that either goes with three, seven, or four, six. So let's just here. Let's do three, seven next to each other and see if I see anything. This is clearly a Schrödinger 789. These are odd,
Yeah.
so these are one and five, right? Seven, nine, three are taken. Schrödinger doesn't mess with that. Um, one of these would have to be Schrödinger to make the sum work out because they have to have the same value. So one of them has to
Right.
be the Schrödinger. Um, hold on. What's taken up here? So this is like at least it can't have a zero in it either. So it's at least three. But this could be zero, I guess. No, it can't be zero because then this would break. So it could be. So these digits could be like one, two, three, which make this six, and that's the. So this would have to be six.
It'd have to be six. Yeah. But you could do that.
Yep. This and these are. Oh no, it doesn't work because. Oh no, this could be five. Well, five one
You could have
doesn't
a two
work.
down the middle.
Yeah. So I have a two down the middle.
Well, you could have a two at the top, right? And then you could have a four and a zero, or sorry, a one three. Because just because you have a one five penciled into the box doesn't mean that you can't use a one on the
Correct.
arrow.
Correct. Correct. But I can't have one five, for example, because that would
Right.
that
No,
would break it.
no.
But so this has to be two. One of the sides is two four, and the other one sums to four, so it'd be one three.
Right. Yeah. So I would say you've gone pretty far.
Too far. Okay.
Rule of thumb.
Look at the raft.
Can't disprove it right away. Look at something else. Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe this is the one that's right and I have to go to 4 6. But let's look at the raft first. So you get
Yeah, for sure.
30, 50, 70. So these combined have to add up to 15, but I have zero, so that's possible.
Well, 20. They'd have to combine to 20.
Did I
Yeah.
do the math wrong? Sorry. It's 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. I have to get to, oh, 90, 20. Yeah, sorry. They have to add the 20. That's even easier. And none of these would be Schrodinger's.
Right.
Uh, how do they can't add a 20 because they have to be divisible by three. Is that it?
Right.
That's the thing?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Simple
That feels
mod
good.
rules. Yeah.
That feels good. So 3 7 is not right. Oops.
Right.
The
Oh, you didn't even have to take a look at five either. I mean, we can take a look at five.
Yeah, we'll take a look. Just look at the pretty picture. We'll take a look at five.
Just look at the pretty picture. The proto ocarina, the OG.
Flute. So I played the original Zelda. What did the flute do? I don't remember this.
I think it. I think it did transport you, if I recall.
Like Mario 3
Um,
style.
like yeah, kind of like Mario, like a tornado would sweep in and take you away. If I'm remembering correct, it's been a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Like
fair
this
enough.
was, I was very young when that came out.
So just thinking through the logic for a second, this would have to be a Schrodinger because I would need two odds and an even to sum to 10. But that seems to like
Right.
one, 3, 6. Even 1, 7, 2 would work. And then I would need, I mean, I don't have to disprove logic because by the 10 rule, I don't need to.
Yeah.
But um, it seems like I'd have to go pretty far down the chain well, this would be, if this is one, if this is 2, 1, 7, the five makes this really hard. So if it's 6, 7, 8, 9,
Right.
this
Yeah.
breaks. And if it's low, this also breaks. Right? Hold on. No, this could be One, two, three, four, zero. No, yeah, this breaks. Six, one, through. No, one. Yeah, yeah. No, that does break. Very nice.
Yeah, to get to the 10, you're gonna have to choose from digits that are above and below 5, and either way, that Kropki chain is gonna steal all your sort of options. I
Yeah.
mean, 0 throws a wrench into things, but um, that was the idea. The extra circles break it even more, like the circle and the square there. It just made it look more like a flute. So
Yeah.
sometimes aesthetics have to be heated.
I was gonna say, couldn't you do 2, 3, 5? The five is taken. So
Exactly.
on another version of this where the flute was another digit, then you could maybe get away with doing something here with the five.
Yeah.
Nice. Very
That's what I
nice.
mean when I say the digits for choosing the items were chosen
Very
carefully.
carefully. Yeah. Well, I know zero. I don't know the order of these, but these are my items now. And zero
Yeah.
doesn't go here. I know that much.
Right. So can 0
Um,
go in the middle?
let's try that. No, because wherever the sword is, will break it. Right, because none of these are both Schrödinger cells are considered
They're all
individually.
units.
Yeah, yeah. So it's okay. So good. Zero goes here, and then I'm just gonna put him like this for a second. Oh no, that still breaks here. So it's 0, 6, 4
Yep.
immediately.
There
I
you
did
go.
not expect that.
You have a grid.
I have a
Look
grid.
at that. We're
So,
ready to begin the puzzle.
I don't see the timer, so I don't know how long it's been going, but probably like half an hour. And I already did
Yeah, we're
some
not
work
doing anything
here.
about
I already did some
it.
work
Yeah.
here, right? This is a Schrödinger cell. These are not. Sorry, I'm going to ruin all your beautiful art.
Oh,
Um,
by all means. Get your hands dirty.
this is even. No, sorry, square is even. This is odd. That's not useful. Okay, but hold on. What do we say this has to be? This has to be um,
You said from
3,
3,
5,
5,
or
7
7,
were
and
your
definitely a
options. Yeah.
5.
Say 5, yeah.
And so this is from something like this. This is less than 6 and even. Uh, 4 works with 9. Okay. And so then this, hold on. How is this 0? This isn't, oh no, this could be from 1 because I think this could be from 1 because this could be from 0. And I messed that up earlier. I was thinking 3, 5, 7 are the interior odds, but I forgot that 0 existed.
Well, if that's 0, what are your odd digits?
1, 3. Ah, I see. It immediately breaks the German whisper. Yeah, okay. Good, good, good. That gets rid of 1. So now I'm really glad you brushed up on this puzzle before coming in. Or maybe you didn't need
Oh,
to. Yeah. Can I do something similar where say like if this is 3, 5, and this is it'll be 8, this would be 2, these would be 4, 6. Um, that seems okay. If this is 3, 5, that's what I just did. This is 5, 7.
yeah, if it's 5, 7.
These are 4, 6, 8. Um, 4, 6, 8. Not immediately seeing a problem with that either. 6, 8.
Like, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Like, you might need to just to be able to visualize this a little bit. You might just need to be able to type things in. So I
All
would
right.
start with the low side, just see like what happens.
All right. So let's say it's 3,
You got
5.
3, 5. Yeah,
If it's 3, 5, that's 8. Um, so this is definitely 2. Oops,
yeah.
definitely 2. German Whisper makes this 7, 8, 9. These are 4, 6. This is 7. So 6, 4. Ah, and now that breaks this Kropki dot.
I mean, you've also got a broken black Kropki dot on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I also have a black. Yes.
Yeah,
Everything breaks.
everything's going wrong. It's
Yeah.
all gone wrong. Yeah.
Okay. So this is just 5, 7.
Ah,
These are 4, 6, 8. And this is not 8 because that doesn't quite reach 12.
right.
Um, so this is either Oh, that's odd. It's 1 or 9. So this is not 0 only because it already exists. 2 or 8. That's
So
probably going
if
to
it's
limit
nine,
this a lot.
if it's nine, what is it going to be flanked with
8
on
times.
the whisper?
Oh, 9, 4. Ah, double fours. Yeah. So that is 1, 6, 8, 4, 3, 6. Wow, this all just comes right together.
It's just falls in it. Yeah, you
Uh,
get off to a really good start once you get the items in place.
so what is the digit I still need? 9. This is 9 because the 7's taken, and so it can't be Schrödinger. Actually, none of these can be Schrödinger. 9, so this has to be a Schrödinger cell.
I think that's fair to say.
Those aren't. Again, apologies for busting up your art. Those aren't. So this, this is at most 15, and that's a sequence, or, a 2-digit consecutive pair. So if this are 15, that has to be 6, so this is odd. No, no, so that doesn't work. The sum of these is odd. So this has to be at most 14. 14 with 2, 3 works. So these are from 0, 1, 2, 3. Don't see an immediate problem with any of those. I mean, this can't be 0, I guess. This can't. No, it can be 3.
Oh,
No, no, it
before
can.
you get too,
Yeah, go
this will
ahead.
help you. Before you get too far with that, one
Yeah.
thing to take note of is in box 8.
Okay.
What is your 3 Kropki chain there?
Yeah, I've got 6 and 3 looking at it. So this has to be, oh, it could be 0, 1, 2, or 7, 8, 9.
Right.
So this is either 1 or 8. This is not 9, so this is not 7. Um, I don't, it's not immediately obvious where else that takes me.
Sure.
So maybe that just interacts with this a bit.
It might.
It might. Who could say though? Surely not you, the puzzle
Who's to
creator.
say? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This
It's
extends.
just
It's
it's
a
information that's readily available and it might assist you later on.
yeah. So if it's 0, it's 1, 2. If it's 1, it's 2, 3. If it's 2, that divides 0 or 4. 3, 2, 1. That's not so helpful. Well, does that get rid of 0 and 2 here somehow? If this is 2, no, 2 is definitely on this. So that's not 2 and that's not 0. But I don't think this needs to have a 0. This could just be 1. This could be somewhere between 1
There's
and
actually
4.
quite a bit more you can do in the bottom of the grid now that you have items placed, like these
Oh,
cages
these cages mean something.
that
Yeah.
make a lot more sense. Yeah.
So this, oh, but I still have Schrodinger cells to worry about. But so let's, okay.
I'm trying to ourselves down.
9. So this is 5. 0 is taken. Yeah. So these are not Schrodinger cells. They're just a 1, 4 pair. Ah, there we go. That is what I missed. 8, 7, 9. So these let's do some more Schrodinger work. So these aren't Schrodinger. Ah, that makes this a 1, 3. I guess the 4 did that as well. Actually, no, that's exact. I needed the 4, not the fact that they went Schrodinger.
0, 4 now doesn't work in the cage,
Yes,
so
yes. 4 is in here. Okay, no, let's look at this. So these 4 digits are 0, 2, 5, 6. So these are 7, 8, 9. Ah, so this has to be 7, 6. No Schrodinger. That's 8 from the Kropki dot. Oh yeah, a lot of stuff is just breaking down. This has to have an 8, but it could be a Schrodinger 8. So I'm just going to mark it like that. Okay, then the 13 cage. Can it be Schrodinger? Could it be 8? Well, no. This is just 8, 5. Not Schrodinger, because if I have a Schrodinger here, the smallest I could make it is 8, 2, 5, which is too big. So that's just a plain 8. That's just a plain 5. So these aren't Schrödinger. So one of these are. So these aren't. And what are these digits then? These are 2, 7, and 9. Almost said this can't be 9, but it definitely could. Could be 0 here. Or it could be 2, 7 Schrödinger cell. Yeah, I'm liking 0 for this. I'm calling 0 for that digit. Let's see what happens.
You did say in column 4 that the 2 was taken by the Kropkis.
Right. So why? Hold on. Let me think about why that matters. Does that just mean this can't? I mean, but it could be 7 too, so it doesn't mean it couldn't be 7. It could have 7, 2, 0.
Right. It can't be 7 and 2 because 2 can't
Well,
partner.
right, but this. Oh, sorry, 7 is just taken. 7 is gone. Um, so this is 7, but it could be a Schrodinger's with something else. So hold on. Can this be 2? If this is 2, it can't be 2, 9, obviously. So this is not a Schrodinger cell. So this is. This is not. If it's 9, it's just 0. If it's 2, it's 7, which can't work. So it's 9, 0. I feel less good about calling that shot now since it was pretty, it was like immediately there, like one step away.
Oh,
Um, okay. I almost know these are just not good. So what do I need here? I need a 5. And here I need a 4. And then 1 and 3 will go. No, there's a
bottom
shorting.
row
I'm
is
missing something
one
else.
three five.
Yeah. Hold on. I need something else here. I need a 2. Yeah, I need a 2 there. And this, there's no number here, so I don't know what the sum is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man.
Oh, zero's now
It's
gone from this.
yeah.
Does that do more? I don't think so. But now this tells me more about this. So this is either 1, 2. I mean, it's definitely a 2. So if it's 1, 2, then we're adding up to 12. So that's 4, 8. If it's 2, 3, that's 5. We're up to 14. That's 6, 8. So it's 8 either way. I just don't know if it's 4 or 6. 8 goes up here, not in the middle. Um, is there anything else I'm missing down here? Nothing else has really clues per se. Because yeah, even the cages across boxes don't turn. So I don't think there's anything. It's just Sudoku in the bottom now.
There's
Well,
some Sudoku in box one you could do. Like you have a one on a crappie dot.
ah,
Um,
yes, I do. So that's a 3. Yeah, that does a lot. Wow. Uh, okay, so this is now 4. And what do I have left here? That gets rid of this 4. So this is 6, 8, which means, well, yeah. So luckily, or not luckily, I guess, it of course worked out. We need 5 and 1 here. I
very
still
good.
don't think I can disambiguate that yet. 4, 4. Get a 4 out here. Oh, I have a 10 cage. And so these V's are not 5s, they are
Those
pointing
are
or
inequality
inequalities.
signs. Yeah.
Yes.
Top digit is bigger than the lower digit.
These are all odd. Oh, but I have a lot of evens already done. So maybe that's not as interesting as I thought.
Well, yeah,
Um,
in row 5 you have a Schrodinger cell and you have 2 even digits.
so these are from 0 to 4. Do I know more than that?
Probably not.
I don't think so. So this is also, this says it's up to 27. There's a lot of even going on here. Um,
And Steven.
even, Stephen. Hold on. If all the evens were here, I'm trying to think, could this be Schrodinger? If it were 0 to, because that would mean all the evens. Oh no, it wouldn't mean that. Yeah, one, two,
You'd
three,
need
four,
you'd
five.
need
Yeah.
2 evens to go in that cell, yeah.
So that would mean all 5 evens are accounted for, which out to 20. These would be 2 odds out to 7, which doesn't make any sense. So that's not Schrodinger. Um, wait, no, 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 no. That's wrong. I would have a 7 here. That was a bad. It'd be 7 8. That does work. That does work. I was counting the 8 as not being there and in the sum, which is not how that works. This is quite small now, actually. That has to be 7 because of 3. Oh no, because of 0. 0
Yep,
is always the culprit.
always.
So okay, the minimum this could be is 0 1 2. Oh my goodness, this could be 3. Hold on, could this be? It'd be 1. The 1 would have to go here. 1 0. No, two's gone from here. Ooh, so
Right.
it's not
Yeah,
that
you
bad.
can't have two on that arrow.
I can't have 2 at all, yes, because this 2 and this 2. So 0 1 3 I could probably do. 0 1 3 works. So this is 4 5 or 7. No, not 4. That 4. If it's 5, how would I do that? It has to be 0 1 4.
Well,
Uh,
it's on the German whisper as well, right? So if that's 5,
and
you're
there's
connecting to
it has to be
0.
0 here. So if it's 5, it's 0 and 0. Oh, but 0 2 is taken. Yeah, so that's just a 7. Oops. And now this is 1. And this is,
A high digit.
yes. I'm just seeing what there's not really much taken. Oh, 6. Oh, did I mess this up? Because 6, 7,
I
8,
think
9
so,
are all
yeah.
taken. Okay, hold on.
Have to go back. Yeah.
Okay, okay. 5 0 doesn't work. That part is right. Right?
Let me just double check the.
Oh, no. Maybe I hope I didn't mess it up earlier than this.
I was just
Um,
so wrapped up in your solve. It's
yeah.
such a brisk
Well, it's brisk
pace.
because you are helping me to be
Right.
very, very, very clear.
Where are we here? By something like
Okay, 7 has to go to low. 2 is gone.
I think what you have pencil marked in the sword might have been a bit premature.
Ah, okay, okay. Let's back up. Oh, what? How,
I,
where did
I,
that?
I honestly would ignore what's happening in box 6 and just focus, like delete what you have in box 6 and just focus on box 5 for now.
Okay. I'm just wondering where that 4 went. It used to be 0 2 4, and I wonder why I deleted that. Um, okay, I'll have to go back and watch the video and see what I did. All right, let's try this again. 5 would have to go to 0, which means 0 would have to go here, which seems
What would the high
okay.
digit be?
Oh, I see. 5, and then 7 here. Oh no, 5 5. Sorry, 5 0 7 1.
So in this box, you have a 5 7 marking. Is that a high or a low marking?
well, 5 is neither.
Well, if it was 5
Right. So this,
could
I
go
see
up
what
to
you're
the
saying. This
Schrödinger
is
cell.
0 1 or 2
Yeah.
either way. I see what you're saying. So then
And then what are
this
you flanking that low digit with?
um, 5 plus. I see.
Because you
So
have a
now I have 5
9.
7 pair.
Yeah.
I
What can
see.
go between a 5 and a 7?
Only 0. Ah, very clever. So now these are 2 and 4. These then are 3 and 6. Oh. Okay. So now let's think about if this were 5. If this were 5, that would be 0, that would be 0, that would be 3, that would be 2. Doesn't work. So that's 7. This becomes 1 or 4. 6 is taken actually. So 3, 4, 1, 5.
Oh.
This. Hold on. Did I do that wrong? Because I forgot that
Well,
I can have
I don't
digits
know.
here.
Think
I have to just make sure
I
3 1 doesn't work. Yeah, 3 1 3 doesn't work. That's what I ignored.
again, how does a 5 work on a German whisper line?
Well, this could be a Schrödinger cell of the problem, right? Um, so it could be really high. But it is so
Yeah.
I can't say there's no one here
By your
because
logic, it's not so much a problem as this is a reality of what you've concluded here. Like, if that has to be 5, then it has to be flanked by a Schrödinger cell.
my oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My very basic German whisperers logic is failing me. Um, well,
It's the S cell that throws everything off.
it,
If this
it
didn't have zeros in it, I mean, it wouldn't be nearly as fun, but um,
yeah,
it'd be a little
that's
bit easier.
or
Scan.
3 by
Yeah.
the 1. That's a 0. Um, Now I have 4 0 something with this. I have to be able to figure out what that is. What digits do I have left?
Yeah, what's
1,
left in the column?
3, and 5. So it's got to be 1, 5. Oh, and this now has to be the Schrödinger cell. So this is 2. Well, this is 2, 1. Did I mess something up? What's left here? Hold on. Oh, I need 9 left. So this is 5, 9. This is 2, 1. This is just a plain 4.
Or 4.
Um, Sorry, what?
Oh, it's just the way you described 4. It's just plain old 4, like poor 4.
Oh, 4,
4 has to be
4. Yeah, yeah.
poor 4.
Yeah, no, no, I mean, plain is in not a Schrödinger cell. It's no offense
Every
to
digit
4.
has value,
4 is a
literally and figuratively.
4 is a beautiful, beautiful number. That's a 1. Hold on, what are the digits I need left? 2, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
2, 8 works. Oh, two's gone from this. So these are really high digits. 2 is up here. And it really doesn't matter what this is. Ooh, but it does.
Next to the 9. Yeah.
Oh, next to the 9. Yeah, thank you. Yep. So one of them is here, two of them are here. Um, these now are 0. Ooh, I almost said one of them is 0, but this could be a 3, 5 pair. No, that's a 6. No, hold on. I marked this box incorrectly. What am I missing here? 1.
Right.
So now this is from 3 and 5, because
Makes
1
sense
is
to me.
taken. And I'm running out of odds. What I've left? 7 or 9. 7 is gone, so that's 9. These are 0 and 2. So these are 3 and 9. Nine's taken down here. Um, 2 is
You
here.
have a Sudoku in column 3 as well for box 7. It's the
Box.
4 looking.
Oh yeah, the 4. Thank you. Yeah, so that's all now resolved. Um, I guess I know what these digits are. So the 20, I don't think I ever used the fact that this is 27. And I still ended up with all the right digits. Or hopefully the right digits, I guess. Um, what am I missing? This is from 0 or 6. It could be a Schrödinger 0, 6.
Yep.
I need a 7 in here somewhere. So this is an 8, 7. Oh, I almost said it's an 8, 7 pair. Well, that's a 7 for sure. Get rid of this 8 marking because I want to say that
So
this is
some
a
of the cages I gave value to imply that things might be important and, could be relevant. I didn't want to make it some things so obvious. So sometimes there's clues in here that later on are irrelevant, but
Mhm.
at the start make you question the item itself.
Yeah, fair. No, no, no. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind redundant clues. I know some people think they're, uh, I don't know, somehow.
It's so funny. It's like people think it's like you can only solve it one specific way, otherwise it doesn't count.
Right. Yeah,
It
yeah,
seems a bit rigid. Yeah.
yeah. Hold on. I have 0, 6, and this is not 8, 6. So this is 0 or 8. And this could have a 0, 6, or 8 with the 7 as a Schrodinger cell. Or I mean, any of these could be Schrodinger.
Yeah.
Can 6 work on this inequality is what I'm wondering. It would have to go, this would have to be 7, and so nothing left that's big enough. And then I need 3 here. 1 is taken. I guess 0, 3 works, right? 7, 0, 3. Is there anything wrong with that? Ooh, I don't see anything obviously wrong with that. This would be a 2, 5 Schrodinger cell. Yeah, I think that's okay.
What if
Uh,
you how would you make that work otherwise? What are you throwing in there? Like for instance, if you didn't have a 0 in the 10 cage, what is it made of?
I see. I see what you're putting down. I see what you're putting down, Patrick. Well, if I don't have a 0, one's gone, so it has to be 2, 3, 5, and that could be 0. Oh, but then this would have to also be 0 because 2, 3, 5 is all. worse than
Yeah.
6. So I
And
do
then
have a
where's your 6
0
going?
here. So 0 has to go here. I can't have 4, 6. Oh, yeah, Schrodinger's not going to work here. So this is my Schrodinger? Hold on. Well, no, or no,
Well,
one
it
of the
can't be
one
because
of
you only have
these.
one option in that cell, right? If you've already placed the 0,
Ah, yeah, yeah.
then that can't be a Schrodinger.
So
Yeah.
this is my Schrodinger, and it's a 2, 5. Whoops. So this is a 0 also.
Nice even digit.
0 has to go here now. I still don't know which of these is Schrodinger. So the 8 is just, whoops. The 8 is floating between whichever is the Schrodinger cell. And
You can resolve
then
that 4 cage in the bottom, by the way.
4 cage in the bottom. Oh, thank you. Yep. Oh, I see. Even if I hadn't resolved that, I'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now 2 is definitely up here, but it could be in a Schrodinger spot. Let's give her that 4 marking. 2 is up here for sure. 4 is over here for sure. These aren't Schrodingers. That's now 7, 6, 8, 7. So what are these 3 digits? They're 1, 5, and 9. Probably can get rid of some of these over here. Is that it?
Get rid of the
5,
5 too.
9. Oh, 5. Yes, thank you. Was it 8 somewhere here? Okay, no, that's not going to help me. I don't think. These 4 digits are 2, 7, 6, 8. Oh, no, the 2 is definitely here. 7 is definitely here. 6 and 8 are floating somehow. I don't see how to resolve that. How about this one? I have 0, 1, 4, 5, and 8.
But you can't have the 0 in that column in box 3.
Yeah, because it's in the box. Yeah, thank you. Oh, sorry, the zero's already taken.
Already bespoke, yeah.
Um, so one's not here. One is in one of these. 4 is here. 5 is in one of these. 8 could be literally anywhere. I don't think that helps. Oh, hold on. No, 8. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if the 8 is here and here, for example, or like here and
You do have some Sudoku in row 1.
here. Yeah. And row 1. Uh, let's see. It's
Column 2.
0 is over here. And then let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's 5 go? 5. Oh, 5's pointing at this. Hold on. That'll help. Um, 5 is now here. 6. Well, 2 and 4 and 0 are taken. So I have 6, 8, 9 left to place. 6 is not here. So that's just a plane. Not a plane. A very beautiful and
It's
important
okay. You can rag
0.
on 0. Nobody likes 0.
Oh, 0 is the best. 0 is
0's
the
the
best.
best?
Yeah, because it like imagine how hard it was to come up with the idea of 0. And it looks like what it is. There's so many good things about 0. This is 3, 7. So what is this? Uh,
6, I believe, is
yeah,
what's left.
that's what's left. So that's 8. This is 1. The 8 now is over here in the Schrodinger. So this is my Schrodinger. This is just a plain old 4. And what goes with the 2
Or,
is.
yeah, 4. Why can't you be more like 0, right?
I know. Hold on, I need to try to do this first. So now this is 6.
It's 2 and 6.
Yes, 2 and 6. I guess I'll take it out of the corner and put it. All right. I think that's it. So how is this just going to check and ignore the Schrodinger
You can hit the
idea?
check mark. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Well done.
What a good puzzle. I feel like you carried me a little bit, but I really appreciate it because I don't know that I would have got through otherwise. At the very least, it would
I
have
think you
taken
would
me
have
an
gotten
extra
through it,
hour.
but I think you would have been mad at me at the end. I
I don't
think.
know. No, no. I mean, let me put it this way. If I were not on camera, I definitely would not have been mad at you.
Oh,
Uh,
there you go.
because I really enjoy it when I enjoy it when I like actually like it sounds weird. I really enjoy when I've made a mistake and like but like not a bad mistake, like like if I just make a silly mistake like I often do, that doesn't make me happy. But if I make one it's like, oh, like I didn't consider this option because of like a new twist on the puzzle. That makes me very happy actually. Like all those times when I mess up a zero, I go back and like, oh no, like because I think it's important to like all of these shortcuts we take when we're doing Sudokus that we've done a million times, like the German whispers and stuff. Uh, I think I don't know, at least for me, I feel like it makes me a little lazy and not really thinking through the logic. It's just going through the shortcuts. And I really appreciate when I can get out of that mode and really go back to thinking about the actual logic behind how these things get placed.
You've basically described my whole style. Like I'm a big fan of novelty, and I'm a big fan of like taking something familiar and making it different. Um, and so like that's why I tend to gravitate to a lot of these Schrödinger style puzzles and fog of war puzzles, just because it's familiar stuff, but in a different setting.
Yeah. I mean, certainly, I mean, if somehow you have not done, if you're watching this and have not done What Lies Beyond the Fog, you should go do. I think that is the quintessential version of exactly what you just said of upending your expectations about how constraints are supposed to work. I mean, certainly, I think you do that here too.
Yeah.
Um, but uh, yeah. So if you enjoyed this puzzle, I recommend going and checking out that one too.
Yeah. No, this was like a part of a series actually. This was like the latest entry
Buy
and just
something, will you? Is
yeah, so the idea of placing certain digits and treating the grid differently.
yeah.
Um, there are other puzzles. The first one was called The Deck of Many Things. And I
Okay.
was limited because I didn't have the software capabilities that Chameleon has. So
Yeah.
um, it's one where you have a column, and depending on where the zero goes in the column, you have to treat the logic differently. So perhaps for
Mm.
a future consideration, maybe I'll send that through to you, and you could take a look.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's funny. I had an idea where it's kind of a similar idea where um like depending on the order that you put the digits into the puzzle, it like changes the rules somehow. I couldn't figure out a good way to do it. But like that was I think in a similar vein of trying to think about how um yeah, just ways to
Order of
upend.
operations. Sounds
Yeah.
like you need to talk to Chameleon. If you get something on paper, you reach out to him. I'm sure he'll consider it. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Well, I'll let the people watching this go. So thanks for watching, and
Thanks for having me.
yeah, of course. See you next time.